Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Digital Asset Investor. The Ripple case officially ends after over 5 years of drama, and Brad Garlinghouse doesn't say a word about it for 24 hours. I find that interesting. Now, some people said maybe Brad is waiting for the right moment, or maybe it's because he announced it once before in the past. Remember, we got that announcement from Brad a few months ago. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The case is done. And people still will linger on with this saying, oh, well, it's not really over yet. It's over. Get over it. Is alt season here? Analyst says altcoins still lag behind Bitcoin. Now, this whole article is all about pushing the Bitcoin narrative, that up forever narrative, and how the top is never going to be in for Bitcoin. And they even say the last true alt season was in early 2024. It's all nonsense. They want you to believe that alt season is no longer coming, that it's going to be Bitcoin forever. It's coming. All you got to do is relax and wait for it to happen. You know, I always told people, whenever you're waiting for something, put your game plan together. Start thinking about your future because you're about to get life-changing money. And I even posted this today. Hold XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, QNT, Algo, IOTA, Flare, ADA, etc. until your portfolio looks like a phone number. That's the post. And no, this is not my portfolio. It was one I pulled off of Google. But this is what you should be waiting for. You don't sell too soon, and you continue to build upon your portfolio. You will eventually get financial freedom. I'm talking about early retirement, as long as you have a great game plan. The problem in crypto is this. People get that life-changing money, and then all of a sudden they blow through it like it's nothing, and then they're right back here again. I don't want you to do that. I want you to start thinking and planning out your future. Because if you have a great game plan, you don't have any worries left in life. You will get that time to do all the things you ever wanted to do. I see so many people saying, I just want to buy my first house. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But always continue to stack crypto in the background. And sure, if you're going to buy a house, start thinking about buying the house and paying the mortgage with passive income from your crypto bag, because that's going to be a real thing for a lot of people over the coming months. I'm telling you, these institutions, they want to make money as well. So they're going to open up passive income options for you. They're going to want you to be able to loan out your crypto and get returns on your crypto. And once that starts to happen, you will never have any worries ever again. Massive XRP escrow unlock. 1 billion XRP worth $3.28 billion unleashed in minutes. The unlock happened on a totally different day. I thought it was programmed in to happen on the 1st of the month. I guess this month is a little bit different. But we already know some of that XRP will get locked back in. I don't even believe that escrow belongs to Ripple anymore. I think it's already spoken for. I think some of it's going to end up with the IMF, the central banks, the Fed. I think we are looking at it all wrong when it comes to the XRP escrow. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out as things start to get closer for CBDCs going live. IMF, they're still talking about ESDRs. Even the Fed, that hasn't really started yet. that's going to gain so much more momentum over the coming months as well. And I got to address this because people are starting to use this as FUD on XRP holders once again. Remember this, the chip that everybody talked about? I figured it's Sunday. Let's talk about it once again. Take a listen to Catherine Fitz about the chip.
Well, if you look at the planning and the design and the competition, it's fluid right now. You know, there's competition over what the design will be. It was very interesting. I won't bore you with all the details, but I had an incredible experience in Denmark a year ago, and I was trying to figure out what's going on in Denmark. They had one of the tech firms in Denmark was being paid by the U.S. Navy to come up with a chip that could be implanted in the human body that would integrate with Ripple. Yeah. So Ripple is a crypto, and it's one that's gotten a lot of promotion from the American establishment, in my experience, just my impression. So why is the U.S. Navy paying a Danish tech company to come up with an implantable chip that will integrate with Ripple?
Why would the Navy pay for that if Ripple and XRP wasn't the future? And this is a real thing. This has been around with the XRP community for a long period of time. Every once in a while again, they start using it as FUD. Oh, good luck getting the chip put in you to be able to spend your XRP. But that was back in 2020 when she said this. And I think the idea of this goes back to like 2017. But things are changing today. In Dubai, you pay with your smile. No card, no phone, just a camera, your face, and a quiet cha-ching. Biometric payments are live in Dubai. Scan your smile, walk away, build. Privacy concerns, minimal. Simplicity, at max. Welcome to the checkout of the future. So if they're going to be doing facial recognition in the future, then there's no reason to have a chip put inside of you. And even this shows that there's no longer going to be a need to get the chip put in you. So witness the fusion of life plus ledger. Your DNA encrypted, stored on Ripple's blockchain, immutable, private, owned only by you. That's that DNA protocol. Now, I know there's going to be digital identity in the future, especially with the rise of AI. I think maybe they're going in a different direction than having a chip implanted into the palm of your hand. And I really like the idea of no chip inside of you. I was never getting that chip, by the way. And I don't suggest any of you to get a chip put in you as well. But I just wanted to cover this really quick because every time XRP starts to gain momentum, the Bitcoin maxis always revert to the past to FUD on XRP today. They either call it the banker's coin, or they call it central bank controlled, or they try to tell you they're going to seize your XRP. The government's just going to come and take your XRP away from you. It's all nonsense. The government is not going to seize your XRP. Then there was this article, The Race to Replace Bitcoin, the story of OpenCoin, RippleCoin, XRP, Rfid settlement with the neutral bridge currency. An epic battle between two Bitcoin 2.0 contenders grips the crypto world. But this article pits XRP and XLM against each other, like they're fighting each other to see who's going to dethrone Bitcoin. Listen, I am a fan of both XRP and XLM. I even tell people all the time, if you hold XRP or you hold XLM, you should be holding both of these cryptocurrencies. What's great about it is this. Every time XRP breaks out, it takes XLM with it. It's like double dipping on your investment. But they both have different use cases as well. XLM is more for banking the unbanked, and person-to-person payments. Now, it expanded out from there. It's starting to get integrated with central bank digital currencies, and it also is involved with tokenization, much like XRP. Now, Ripple also pivoted along the way. They're going after micropayments through interledger protocol, also domestic payments as well, not just cross-border payments anymore. And XRP Ledger was built for tokenization from day one. So they are very similar in a lot of ways. I even said in the past, if XRP was to reach $10,000, why can't XLM hit $7,500 or maybe $10,000 as well? There's really no reason why XLM will always remain cheaper than XRP. There's going to be a lot of transactions happening on both of these networks, but they're not fighting each other. And in my opinion, top 10 is going to look a lot different in the coming years. Right now, you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Tether in the top 10. The top 10 is going to be, it's going to be reigned over by XRP, QNT, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, IOTA, ADA, Flare. These are going to be the top 10 cryptocurrencies in the future because they are the future. Bitcoin's going to become irrelevant. Ethereum's going to become irrelevant. There's problems around both of them already. You know, first of all, with Bitcoin, it's never going to be adopted as a payment system ever. That's just not going to happen. It's way too expensive and way too slow. Ethereum, we all know about ETHgate. And there's a lot of issues with Ethereum that most of us don't even know about that are going on in the background. And besides that, I don't think Ethereum, because it is expensive as well, has the lasting power of something like XRP or XLM. It will become irrelevant as well. The old system is dead. ISO 222 isn't coming. It's here. And these 8 tokens will run the new rails. And these are the cryptocurrencies you should always be focused on if you're diversifying in crypto. And you see XLM, speed plus micropayments for the unbanked. XDC, trade finance plus R3 Corda interoperability. XRP, liquidity hub plus RippleNet integration. QNT, cross-chain over-ledger innovation. QNT is going to be way bigger than Bitcoin. There's less QNT than there is Bitcoin. Imagine Bitcoin on steroids. That's QNT. HBAR, enterprise grade DLT with fixed fees. Algo, carbon neutral, instant finality. IOTA, Internet of Things payments plus feeless architecture. Cardano, research-based, scalable infrastructure. This is the future. Then you start to talk about other cryptocurrencies that are going to be part of ISO later, like Flare, Nexera, Casper, A0, Energy Web Token, Stronghold. There's so many I'm probably missing as well. But it's not going to be all these cryptocurrencies we have today, because 99% of the cryptocurrencies we have right now, they're going to disappear with regulations. That's why the top 10 is going to be ruled by these cryptocurrencies. And this comes from Uphold. If you don't plan to pass it on, it's already gone. Crypto is here to stay, but without an inheritance plan, your assets could vanish with you. Think ahead, protect your legacy. And Simon says, as crypto increasingly merges with the traditional world, the importance of a crypto inheritance plan is becoming a fact of life. Crypto is here to stay, and if you die, it will die with you. You know, like any other asset, people always will pass it on to a family member, either their children, maybe their grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and so on. Crypto is no different. You should always plan for the future. leave your crypto to someone else if something was to happen to you. And this shows you that crypto is becoming legitimate now. But think about like this. We are about to witness the greatest wealth transfer in human history, where all the money flows from the boomers to the millennials, Gen X, and so on. Crypto is going to do the same thing. Crypto's the future. So if you have a portfolio, of course you should plan for the future. I just wanted to share that with you because I think what Uphold's trying to say is now you need to start looking at the future and the future of your assets. But I just figured it was worth a share. And like I always tell you, until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.